Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham. Continue to chant the Mahavakya. Let your whole body, mind, and consciousness vibrate with the frequency of the Mahavakya. Just enjoy that beautiful moment with Swamiji, with all of his chest pieces. The form as Bhagavan Kalyan Sundaramurti, most beautiful form of Paramashiva, which Swamiji has graced us today. Connect to that form. Now, all the participants. Now I have kept a question in my inner space. A simple question. Ask Swamiji to reveal to you. What is the question am I keeping in my inner space? What is the simple question my Acharya is keeping in her inner space? Because all participants start posting whatever Swami is showing you. Exactly, let us start posting it in the chat section. Okay, yes, ma Parameshwari posted. What time is it? Before I got who am I? Okay, ma. Because all participants start posting now. What was Swami is showing you? Okay, ma. Isabella, you posted. What kind of meditation mantra for higher myself today? Okay. Ma Nistre Gunya, you posted. I see a hand first in a child girl like me or someone I know, maybe who I am. Okay, ma. Ma Harleen Gomez, you posted. How may I attract more punya? Okay, ma Parameshwari post. Okay. The Parameshwari was revealed ghee pink, rose flower petal, and a bandaged hand. Okay. How about rest of the participants? Because all of the posts, what was Swami showing? Lucas say you posted. What is your favorite darshan? Okay. Digambaraya, you posted. Great darshan. I feel like my Janma is Sarthika is fulfilled. Oh, that's really wonderful, Aya. Abhishek Sagar, because all of the posts, what is Swami is showing to you? Okay. So let's verify the answers. So the exact question I was projecting for all the participants is, how is Paramashivoham? The exact question is projecting for all the participants, how is Paramashivoham? So I know many of the participants were able to see Swamiji. Well, the first question I was thinking my inner space was, which darshan do you like the most? But then after it, I was like, okay, let me make it a little simpler for all the participants. Then I put the question, how is Paramashivam? I say, Lucas, Aya, well, you're manifested, Aya. Well, that was the question which I was going to keep, but yes, I changed it. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, I know many of the participants you're able to see Swamiji, Tima, Isabella, you're also getting like what's my mantra today, so you can experience higher frequency, which is related to Paramashivoham program. That's wonderful. I know many of the participants, all of you seeing something related to Paramashivoham, like maybe like the first, like Swamiji was speaking about the first person. Realize the first person, which is nothing but experiencing Paramashivoham. So that's also wonderful. Okay, let's now manifest one more round. See, just keep manifesting. Swamiji says that whether you're manifesting a simple power such as consciousness over matter, or as advanced power such as you flying or materializing or teleporting, anything, just do not allow your mind to come and interfere. What happens when your mind comes and interferes? First thing, SDHD starts happening in you. You create a strong SDHD. Thinking, oh, what am I saying is actually Swamiji showing me? Or it's just my intuition? Well, I don't think so. I think I just cheated. No. Then slowly, you only will lose self-confidence that you're not manifesting the power. That's what Swamiji says. Whenever you're saying anything, exactly that moment say it out. That's fine. Whether you're seeing colors, whether you're seeing shapes, words, letters, emotion, anything. Whatever Swamiji showing you exactly that moment, reveal it. Do not allow your mind to come in play with you and Swamiji. Of course, Swamiji is the ultimate. He knows how to tame your mind. But we do not know how that science yet. That is why we are here for Paramashivoham to manifest, always establish ourselves in that unquestioned space. So request all participants, as soon as Swamiji is revealing you anything, just type it down. It's fine. Do not worry whether it's right or wrong. Just enjoy the beautiful space you're having with Swamiji. Okay? Let's now manifest one more round of this. Okay? So request all of you now to close your eyes. Chant the Mahavakya. Connect to Swamiji.
Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Now, I've kept a sentence, a question in my inner space. Request all participants to start scanning. What is the question I'm asking for all of you to scan?
Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda
SAC solar participants you are posting. Yes, Sakshi is supposed to scan the question which I'm keeping in my inner space. We are going to be manifesting the power of mind reading and revealing the question which I've kept in my inner space for all of you to scan. Okay, see, solar participants you have posted. Okay, Manistre Gunya you have posted. Also, I saw Swamiji with Aushida, so the Aushida is the answer for the question. Himapriyat Supri have posted, who am I? Okay. Herling Gomez you have posted something to do with numbers. Okay. Avatar's intelligence Swamiji, what he cares now about the most. Okay. Something related with power manifestation, Ma Ivana you have posted. Okay, that's wonderful, Ma. Machetra, you posted, how is your spiritual journey going on?
Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda
Lucas, you posted that I got something related to Kalabirva and Ishta Devatas. Not sure what it meant. Okay. Okay, that's wonderful. So let's verify all the answers. The exact question which I was keeping for all the participants is, how are you? This was the question which I was keeping for all of you. I know some of the participants, I think a participant from Paramashivoham Level-1, you posted, how are you? The exact sentence, that's wonderful. You have manifested. And one more participants, you have posted that, how do you feel? Yes, that is also closer to the question. That's wonderful. So the exact question just given for all the participants, how are you today? How are you? Okay. So, with that beautiful manifestations, power manifestation, all of us did. So, as throughout the whole day, all the participants, all of you were listening to deeper truths and Swamiji on how to manifest a blissful relationship. And we're going through different techniques revealed by Swamiji to manifest them. The next is actually one of the most important technique which all of us need to understand clearly. The power of completion with others. Many times we have conflicts with people. We do not complete a conversation. Swamiji says, everyone's purpose is to experience completion in their life. As very beautifully I have learned, everyone around you is a part of you. And you need to discover oneness in every single relationship which you're experiencing. Experiencing oneness can manifest meaning completion with the other person. This beautiful session is actually an important session for all the participants where you'll be understanding what is the power of completion. How can we do completion with other person and manifest oneness manifest oneness in our relationship. Let us listen to this beautiful truth from Swamiji himself.
Understand? You have a choice whether to continue to believe the societal conditioning done on you or the Paramasatyas Paramashiva is revealing. Listen, understand. You have a choice whether to continue to believe the societal conditioning, unconscious societal conditioning done on you, or wake up to the Paramasatya. You can go on blaming the society for the unconscious conditioning done on you, but that is not going to solve the problem. Solution is Paramasatya. One of the greatest assurance Cosmos gives to you is Satyameva Jayate. Paramasatya always wins. I'll give you the Paramasatya now. Focus on your first person. I'll repeat. Focus on your first person. The first person you experience as you. All of you can understand. We all know first person, second person, third person. First person is what you cognize as you. Second person is the person in front of you, directly available to you. Third person is far away, somewhere. I, you, they. First person, second person, third person. Understand, the first person you carry inside you as you. If you focus on that, the greatest truths, Paramasatyas, can be given to you as experience. The more you focus on first person, more you will find joy, peace, celebration intense energy. The more you focus on second person and third person, more fear, more greed, more conflicts, more confusions, more incompletions, more guilt, more jealousy, more suffering. At least once a day, bring your whole focus to the first person, source of your first person. Understand? The first person you carry, how he reacts, how he acts, how he responds to the second person and third person, exactly the same way everyone's first person is going to react to their second person and third person. That is why I repeatedly tell you, the stuff out of which your first person is made, the programming done to your first person is same for everyone's first person. The aham, I, you carry in you as your first person. How that first person reacts to situations, reacts to people, reacts to second person and third person, how it strategizes, how it plans, how it manifests during every situation. Understand? Your first person the stuff out of which your first person is made and the programming done to your first person, it is same for everyone's first person. Understanding this and making conscious decisions in your life is conscious life.
Listen, completion with yourself is more like a spiritual practice. It is with completion with others the life itself starts. Listen, it is from the completion with others life starts. The completion with others, I can say, this was the greatest contribution of Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda's greatest contribution to Hinduism. He brought this idea of completion with others to the front. Completion with others is a spiritual quality, that's all. It is necessary for enlightenment. Unfortunately, we always got the idea, if you have incompletion with others, run away to the higher planes where less people are there. No, that is not a solution. That is not a solution. Completion with others is the basic necessity, the basic quality you need for enlightenment. Understand? People sometimes ask me, how do I know whether I am suppressing or completing? If you are able to be in the space of completion with others, you are completing inside you with you also. If you are not able to be in the space of completion with others, then inside you are not completing with yourself, you are only suppressing. So the scale to find whether you are completing or suppressing, completing or brooding over, completing or waiting for a chance to take revenge. I have seen many people, in the name of completion, now I am completing, but I am not going to keep quiet. I will wait for time. When my time comes, I will tell you what to do. I will do what needs to be done. Completion with others is a spiritual practice. Completion with yourself is like Mahadeva. Completion with others is like Devi. Devi is required for the life to happen. That is why in all our temples, I have put Devi along with Mahadeva. I have not put Devi as a separate deity.
Listen, completing with others. Others means not just only your father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, the human beings around you. We will start the completion with everything with which you are living. Your wealth, your health, your bag, your seed, your pets, your car, your house. Please understand, all these are living part of your life. They may be dead objects, but they are living part of your life. See, a house may be a dead object, but it is a living part of your life. How many of you understand what I am saying? It's a very important component of your life. First, we will start completion with all the human beings with whom we are living. First step, completion with everything. With every human being. First thing you need to do is deciding, I have to bring completion with others, with whoever I am living. I have to bring completion with whoever I am living. Even if they don't want, I will stretch my best and I will decide I am in the space of completion. Whenever they want, I am open to have them. I am open. I am going to be in the space of completion. Whenever they are also ready, it will become completely complete. Understand? Completion with others does not mean you are going to apologize to them. No. Apologizing is not completion. Asking sorry is not. So many people were saying, I want to apologize, I am sorry. No. I am sorry is not completion. I am deciding to drop hurting pattern in my life or any incompletion, misunderstanding, anything. I am deciding to drop and I am deciding not to bring them, not to give life to it again. See, past, you can't say you are wrong or you are right. No one can say you are wrong, you are right. It is not apologizing. It is not feeling sorry for the past. No. Deciding, I am dropping this incompletion, hangover of the past, and I will not allow this to happen once more. Completion is actually responsibility, not apologizing. See, apologizing or feeling sorry comes out of powerlessness, but completion comes out of responsibility. Understand the difference. Please listen, see the difference. Now when I am saying you need to complete with your mother, with your father, with your brother, with others,
I am not asking you to apologize. I am not asking you to call them and say, oh sorry, bus bus. No. No. Feeling sorry comes from powerlessness. That is not completion. When you call, you explain, this is what has been perceived by me. Here, I am not interested in looking into you are wrong or I am wrong. That will only create more and more anger, hatred and suppressed violence. I am only saying one thing. I am ready to drop the past and its powerlessness, incompletion. I am declaring, I am dropping the past and I am complete. I don't have incompletion. And I will not create any incompletion anymore. Your decision and declaration, when it reaches them, you will suddenly see they also open up and start coming towards completion. But first, you need to be prepared.
I plan to do Sanskrit literature BA in correspondence.
Go ahead. Blessings.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Do
I
it.
complete with you. I know all that. I just didn't do it because of my cocky arrogance. I learned everything from Prabandham to Satrumura to Tiruvaran. Everything I know. But I just didn't. And one thing is like 8 generations ago.
Even now, when I wake up in the morning, first thing I will see is Venkateshwara's deity. I have a Vishnu deity. After that only I will see Meenakshi. Because my muscle memory is from Venkateshwara. Bio-memory is from Meenakshi. Bio-energy is from Arunagiri Yogeshwara. First thing I will see is Venkateshwara only. So, there is a strong, not only I have a strong connection with Vishnu, and it's all same energy.
8 generations ago, my ancestors served a guru for 40 years.
Who?
Sriranga Mandavan.
Oh.
He belonged to Priyandavan. His Vrindavanam is my gene. We are given a title in that. He is my Kulaguru. I have had Samasrinam done. I still have Bharanyasam to do. I will do it soon.
Blessings. Come on.
My name is joint family, and in doctor's house that doctor's parents, the doctor-in-law's parents, just they'll come as a guest. They won't come as a...
So, tell me, what is the completion you did?
If problems comes, I'll take care of it.
Okay, all right. Let me finish my completion. I'll tell you the story of my completion. See, when I left the house, I think it was 17 and a half. Many times I ran away from the house, and 17 and a half, once for all I ran away. And I think when I was 17, both my gurus, Raghupati Yogi, Yogi Yogananda Puri his name, and Vibhudananda Puri, lady sannyasini, Kuppammal her name, both of them have passed away. After they left the body, it was almost like impossible for me to live in that city. See, in the town, every stone is associated with their memories for me. The hill is the place where I spend my time. Temple is the place I spend my time. It's always with them. After their death, it was very difficult for me to live in that area, in that same town. So I decided that I will leave the place. Now only we call it as town and all. In those days, it was a Pakka village. Pakka village. The whole village is only 5 street. 5 street or maximum I can say 10. 5 to 10, not more than that. Now of course, the whole thing is developed and expanded and all that is. I could not live in Tiruvannamalai, so I decided to leave the house.
I had the darshan of Ramakrishna suddenly, so I decided to go to Ramakrishna Mission and sannyasi. But I know very clearly I am not going to stay in their organization. I may go and receive sannyas and continue my yatra. That was my decision, my thinking, hope. So one day, it was a Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday morning, I saw very vividly Ramakrishna and Sharada Devi appearing, and they appeared, and I asked Ramakrishna, please initiate me. And he smiled and said, Sharada, showing Sharada Devi, she is the specialist in all this. And I told Sharada Devi, you initiate me. Then I saw very clearly she put her hand on my head and both of them entered into my body and disappeared. So I decided, it gave me a lot of courage and strength to take up sannyas, leave the house. I can say that this was the immediate reason. So I decided I am going to leave the house. And after the decision, I was in the temple thinking. After this dream, I went to temple and whole day I was sitting and thinking. Even next day I was sitting and thinking what to do. Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, third day, evening I came to my mother. I sat on the door frame. She sat one step below. If any of you talk to my mother, you will understand. Sometimes people ask her, what's the difference you find Swamiji as your son and now? Even I asked her once. She says, I don't find any difference, Swamiji, because even in those days we treated you like this only. We treated you like this only. She will never sit equal to me. And one step below she was sitting. And I was very close with her. Very loving, and I never had any hatred. Very loving. Many times, when I get time, I will go and sit in kitchen with her. She will be cooking, I will be sitting and telling some stories. Had a very friendly relationship with her. And literally, till I left the house, I'll always be sleeping next to her. I think if you are from the Western culture, it will be shocking, you will not be able to understand. In Indian tradition, I think now when I listen to the stories, I understand that nowadays, even at the age of 10 or 6, 7, even much earlier, the kids are made to sleep separately. Till I left the house, I will always be sleeping next to her only, holding her. And another one thing, so I called her and said, I was sitting and I said, I was looking away from her, not looking at her, looking away from her and said, Mom, Swami is going to become a sannyasi. I won't address as me. Only recently I started using this I and me. If you see even my earlier discourses, you will not see anywhere this I and me. It's Ramakrishna style. And only very recently only I started using I and mine. I, me, all these words. Otherwise I will tell only Swami. Even to tell about me, I will tell only Swami. So, if you talk to our Gurukul kids, even they will not say I and me. They will only tell the name. Because I am talking to people Otherwise, people get confused. If I go on telling the story, Swami, Swami, Swami told, Swami did, Swami this, then finally they ask which Swami. They end up in confusion. That is why I have started using the word normally. Anyhow, I told her, in Tamil I said, Swami sannyasam போறதுன்னு முடிவு பண்ணிருச்சு. I told her that Swami has decided to go as a sannyasi. And I am looking away from her. And I don't have the courage to look at her because I am emotionally very attached with her. Very attached to her. So, I can't handle. So I was looking, my eyes were away. See, even though I was attached to her, I was complete with her. And I was complete with me. So it did not stop me going towards sannyas. But I had a very good relationship with her. I don't know how you guys will understand. Understand that attachment does not mean like the attachment you guys carry, that I will not be able to go for sannyas. It was not against my need or will for going to sannyas. But I cannot see her cry, see her suffer. So I was keeping my eyes away, looking away from her. I did not get any response from her. No words. After a few minutes, as usual, what women will do? Oh! And I am getting that slowly, that sound of she crying. Even then, I did not turn my eyes towards her. And I said, what do you mean? You mean to say I should not go? She said, no, I can't stop you. I am not able to handle, so I am crying. She said such beautifully, I can't stop you. In Tamil she said, சாமி என்னால் நிறுத்த முடியாது, என்னால் ஹேண்டில் பண்ண முடியல, அழறேன், எனக்கு தாங்கல, அழறேன். Then she hugged me, and usually I am a very I will be so happy and comfortable with my mother. Even while I am sitting in the kitchen, I will be only putting my hands on her shoulder and talking. I was very comfortable. So I will never miss a chance to hug her. This hugging, I think, I learned from my mother only. Now I tell you really, if you are complete with your mother, all women in your life, the relationship will be so complete. If you are complete with father, all men in your life, the relationship will be complete. I was so complete with my mother, but when she hugged me, I did not even hug her back, and before she could be complete with that hug, I moved my body. She understood, I don't want her to hug me now. She understood, I'm moving out. She just took her hands off and she moved, and she was wiping the ears and crying. Immediately my father came from behind and said, my father was actually shouting at my mother, did you disturb Swami in some way? Why is Swami suddenly telling he is leaving the house? We are after all taking care of him nicely. And he has no courage to talk to me directly. I turned back. I asked him, now to whom are you talking? He just kept quiet. No, I did not tell anything. And he went away. And then the drama started. Of course, When I pushed her away, in the half hug, I could see very clearly part of my bio-memory was incomplete. Please understand? Part of me was incomplete. See, if she fought with me, I would not have had incompletion. You are fighting with me? Come on, I will fight with you. Over. She never fought with me. So I could have allowed her to hug me. Means I could have done little more care, with a little more sensitivity, with a little more love. Because she's not asking me, don't go. You understand? She's not telling, don't go for sannyas. But I was afraid, if I give her the love or attention or care, I may not go. I may not be able to go. So I can say that it was more, the incompletion was created with her, more because of my self-doubt about me. Then, finally, next day morning, I can see the whole village is in front of my house. It's a very tight-knit community, small village, tight-knit community. I can say it's one large family, that's all. The whole village. At least that whole area. I've seen in those days, in every house in the puja room, there will be one old man's photo. I asked my grandmother, who is this Swami? She said, no, he is your grandfather. I asked then, why his photo is in every house? She said, for all the house, he is the grandfather. So, no other entertainment. They will have 2-3 wives and no TV also those days. This is the only entertainment. Each house will have half a dozen to dozen. Zamindar means landlords. And I have seen the original house was 80,000 square feet. But when I was born and a lot was sold. They will part by part they sold. But the original house print, I saw in the town plan, still one small bit is there as it is. I am trying to buy, these fellows are not giving me. Just to make like a memorial, one bit, same construction is there as it is. The stone construction and the teak wood. Any of you have seen that kind of houses? Soon you will see in Biddi, we are going to do 4-5. It's a typical old style house. It's a tight-knit family, the whole family is there. Usually if somebody dies, their body will be kept in the hall, in the sofa, and the whole family will gather. See, this family is such that every month somebody will be attending the age, some engagement, some marriage, some death. Every once in 2-3 months there will be some festival, some program, some function. It will be continuously going on. That day when I woke up, I saw so much of crowd. I thought, who died? Because there's no other function. I asked my mother, what happened? Anybody died? All of them have gathered? All the relatives are there? She told me, no, they all came to see you only. I said, I am alive. Then she said, no, because you said you are going to become a sannyasi, they all came to see you. And literally, like a dead body, I was made to sit on the sofa in the center of this room, hall. It's called Nadu Kottadi. They call it Nadu Kottadi. And in the center I am sitting. All the group, the whole group is sitting all around. And some who doesn't have courage, they talk among themselves. Some who has a courage try to confront me. One by one comes. And first comes my father's elder brother's wife, Periyamma, means aunt. She comes. What will happen to our family prestige? if you become a sannyasi, and the funny thing is, night I told my mother, by early morning the whole village knows, before I wake up, the whole village is there are nearby relatives. In those days, cell phone was not that common also. All the other villages also information has gone, they are all on the way. And you need to know, 2 families sat and already saw a girl for me. Usually in this tight-knit families, if a boy is born, immediately they will tie a girl. The mama ponnu, atta ponnu, edavadhu one tie panni vechiruvaanga. So they already decided. They are seeing the time, right, muhurtam. And all of them have to sit and convince me. And I am a 17.5-year-old boy. And they will finish the marriage so that I cannot run away and become a sannyasi. And so all this is going on. And she comes, see what will happen to the prestige, family prestige. And I cannot live if you run away like this and all. Whole village will talk, everyone will talk about us. And now only we are having little prestige and family is all settling down. She has 2 daughters. And who will marry my 2 daughters if you run away and become a sannyasi? After all, they are my cousin sisters only. If you run away and become sannyasi, nobody will marry my daughters. I will hang with the sari on the fan. She told in Tamil, சேலையை கட்டி ஃபேன்ல தொங்கிடுவேன் அப்படின்னு. I will hang myself in the sari on the fan. I slowly looked at her and said, she used to be very heavy. And I said, for your weight, the sari will tear, fan will break. You better use the rope on the uttaram. Uttaram is the beam. You use the rope and hang yourself in the uttaram. Surely you will die. That's it. And immediately she got angry. What? You are asking me to die? You are asking me to die? Get out of our house. Get out of our house. That's what I told you. I am going. I told her. That is what I am telling. I am going. Then comes the next guy. If you are from South India, you can literally enjoy the whole scene. You can visualize the whole scene and see. These fellows are so bothered about what others will talk about us. The whole life goes with that only. And then comes my uncle, means my father's sister's husband. Mama, my uncle, he comes. We are all living in the house and living a spiritual life. Are we all not living a spiritual life? Why don't you do that? Why do you want to leave the house? He's a drunkard. He's alcoholic. So, but I used to have a lot of respect for him. I just put my hands like this only and stood up from the sofa. In Tamil I said, Ada loose. That's the way I started. The loose. நீ காலைல எந்திரிச்ச உடனே சாராயிரம்னா மூஞ்சி கழுவுற, உனக்கு ஆன்மீகத்துக்கு என்னடா சம்பந்தம்? I spoke in singular. I used to be very respectful, but that day all my kundalini was up and alive. And I said, hey, fool. Loose is fool is not the right word. You understand as loose itself. Loose. You early morning you wash your face only with the alcohol. And what kind of spirituality you are talking about? He was so angry because in public, in front of everyone, I told he is alcoholic. Because in the village, even if they drink, they will be very secretly, they will drink. And they will not drink in the house and all, they will drink and come and they will have a backside door, they will slowly enter. And that time only that cat will fall on them. It will be very secret. It will not be known to others, especially to kids. In front of public, no one will speak. And even the relatives will not sit together and drink. This fellow will go separately and drink and come. This fellow will go separately and drink and come. In the alcohol shop, even if they meet each other, they will put the towel and cover the face. And because I told him that he is alcoholic in front of the whole group, that's it. Hey, you told me I am a drunkard? Get out of our house. Get out of our house. I said, that is what I am telling. And second wicket over. So like this, few more wickets came. So once I finish everything, now everyone understands if you go there, all your respect, manam, maryada, ellam poirum. They understood. I am not going to bother about anybody. The way I was answering or talking, they all are very clear that now nothing can be done. They all kept quiet. And then some more relatives, whoever need to come. 3 days, the whole house was full of these relatives. Some trying to convince me. Some from distance itself they will talk. And the way I answered, they got so frightened. Actually, my uncle's daughter only they were planning. This same guy only I said, you are a drunkard. That's it. Now I means I will not give my daughter to you. Who asked? I never asked. You planned. What can I do? And then they were planning these, that, and they tried to call my college friends and whether they will be able to give any advice to me. And nothing worked out. Finally, third day, Wednesday I told them, and Thursday, Friday. And of course, even Saturday I was there. Friday, Saturday I did not stay in the house, I went out. Sunday I left the house, that's all. Next Sunday I left the house. After that, there was no contact between me and them. They heard once I am in Ramakrishna Mutt, and when they came, I just saw them from distance and went away. That's all. And anyhow, I left the house and traveled and had different experiences, saw the different monks and sannyasis, everything, and had my realization, my, my life mission, everything. And when I had that experience at the age of 22, that I am an incarnation to transmit this experience, my body and mind is prepared for it. After that experience, it took 9 months for me to settle down normally. If I move the right hand, left hand will not move. If I move the left hand, right leg will not move. The coordination will not be there. If I speak, everything will be stopped. That's the way body was functioning. To settle down and become normal, it took 9 months. So when I settled into the body and became normal, the first thing I felt is I have to complete that biomemory which was left in me as incomplete. So I went back to Tiruvannamalai. Actually, that time I was staying in a place called Kanchipuram, near Kanchipuram, a place called Perukkaranai. And there they take stones for making deities. So there are artificial caves where they removed the stones, quarried the stones. I was staying in one of those caves. Then when I decided, I wanted to complete with her. When I felt I should complete with her, immediately I went back to Tiruvannamalai. I went to the house where they were staying. There I saw nobody is there. And somebody else is having shops. When I went there and asked, I wanted to see Arunachalam and Loganai, my father and mother's name. They said, no, they are not here. They went away. I asked, it is their own house? They said, no, 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 no. 8 years before they sold this house, they went away. I asked them, where are they? Do you know the address? They said, we don't know where they are. We don't even know whether they are in Tiruvannamalai. We don't have any idea. When I was inquiring, they thought that I am coming there for food, because my mother had a wonderful habit, which is from my grandfather. Every day, she will go and find some sadhus and get them and give them food. My grandmother also had this pattern. Every day, she will go and find some sadhus from the temple and get them, give them food, only then she will eat. My father's mother and mother's father, both of them had this habit. So sadhus will come regularly to have food. So these guys thought I came for food. So they said, we will give you food. I said, no, I just wanted to meet them, that's why I came. So I do not know now where they are. I went to temple and sat there. It's already maybe around night 8 o'clock. I thought in the temple at least some of the friends or relatives will come. I'll see them or they will see me, then I'll ask them. When I was sitting in the temple, first time after 9 months, I felt hunger. Because I settled into the body. That was the exact day I settled into the body. It was Deepavali day. And I settled into the body. And I think next day to Deepavali, Amavasya, I went to Tiruvannamalai. First time then I thought, what is this? In the stomach something is going on. Then I realized, oh God, it's hunger. Because the 9 months, hunger, thirst, everything disappeared from the body. All human activities have disappeared from the body. No one too. Means when nothing goes inside, how anything can come out. And even if we eat little bit, I think whether it's completely gets assimilated, I don't know. So first time I felt the hunger after the 9 months. So I was sitting in Tiruvannamalai. It was funny, sitting in Tiruvannamalai, hunger and no food. But immediately, in few minutes, I could see the power of space. The Devi temple priest, he walked straight from the Devi temple and gave the food to me, Nevedyam. I asked him, no, why are you giving it to me? To whom you want to give? Maybe you wanted to give for somebody else and you are mistaking and giving. I told him in Tamil, எனக்கு எது கொடுக்குறீங்க? நீங்க வேற யாரையோ நினைச்சிட்டு எனக்கு கொடுக்குறீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Then he looked at me and said, no, eat, and went away. After I ate and washed the hands and I was sitting, from distance I saw one young man saw me and started running. Then I know it's my classmate. From distance I recognized. He also recognized me. He thought if he comes near me, I'll run away. So he wants to inform my parents first. He ran and told my mother and father. In 10 minutes I saw in my vision space one face coming and standing. My mother came and stood. And she was afraid to talk to me. She recognized me and she's standing. I turned my face and the moment I recognized her, I gave my wide smile and asked her, how are you, Ma? The moment she saw a smile in my face, she thought, yes, she can communicate. She can relate. And immediately, tears started rolling in her eyes because she's seeing me maybe, 7, 8 years or after that. When I left, I'm a kid, now a sannyasi, shaved head, tall, shining face and sharp eyes, lean. Those days I used to be shaved head. And She was standing with tears. Actually, first I only stood up and pulled her and hugged her. And she started crying, putting her head on my shoulder. Cried, maybe for 10 minutes. I just allowed. When she felt complete and took her body out, I saw my incompletion has disappeared. The incompletion which was in me, in my biomemory, disappeared. Understand? The one hug, incomplete hug, which I separated my body, where I pulled myself out, that incompletion, which was in my biomemory, became complete when I hugged her again and allowed her to express the love. Then she said, please come and eat in the house. I said, now I am a sannyasi. If you give Purna Kumbha and offer the food in the banana leaf, like yesterday we served, I'll come and eat. She said, yes, I'll do. Next day she did all that ritual, and I went and ate and came back. The moral of the story is, even if you are an incarnation, you have to complete. Understand? Even if you are an incarnation, you have to complete. Clear?
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om
Nityananda, to all the participants, we compete with all of you for the inconvenience made during the program. That was a very beautiful session. Swamiji spoke on completion with others. See, we need to understand one thing. All the participants, I request all of you to stay back. The program is still continuing on. We're just facing some technical issues. We'll be resuming back to program now. See, very beautifully Swamiji spoke the science of completion with others. So why is it important for us to experience this? Very beautifully Swamiji said, people around you, understand? The person whom you are associating yourself with, they are your extension. If you're experiencing a conflict with them, they are not the person to be blamed. Now, the question is, who do we blame them? Where's the source for all this conflict? Understand? You are the reason for it. All the participants, please understand what Swami is saying very beautifully. See, any conflict which is happening in your life, you need to understand now that somewhere in you, one part in your inner space, you have been cherishing that pattern. That is why you manifest as a person in front of you. Many times in your life, whenever someone is reacting in a particular way, it reminds us of a person in our life. For example, if someone is so annoying to you, like especially the daily needs of life, like you have to eat proper food, drink water, take care of yourself. Well, this reminds you of your mother who constantly annoying you, especially the time when you're doing video games. Like, oh, wow, why during video games you tell all these things? Some part in people's life will experience this. But you need to understand that completion starts from you. The moment you decide to have completion with the other person, you'll experience communion with them. Life is all about experiencing celebration with the other person, not exploiting them or making them incomplete and experiencing conflict. No, but to experience complete completion, complete celebration with the other person. So all participants understanding this. It's a very beautiful truth Swamiji is saying that the other person is an extension of you. They are your mirror. The way you respond to yourself is the same way they respond back to you. If you change the way you respond to life, you will see beautifully they will also change the way they are behaving with you. That's it. That's what Swami mean by manifesting successful relationship, which keeps on reminding you again and again and again to experience completion, to experience oneness with the other person. All the participants, I request all of you to take this as a sankalpa. Next time, whenever you're experiencing any conflict or any incompletion with the other person, decide that I am now going to encourage their powerlessness. I'm not going to blame them for whatever has happened. No. I'm going to look in and see where is it? What is it that is missing in me which I need to complete? What I need to do to make the other person listen to me. Instead of pointing the fingers out, look into yourself and see what is the exact issue, what is cherishing to manifest this in me. All participants understanding this? So with this, we will now entering into a very beautiful session where Swamiji speaks about Vedic marriage. Swamiji says nowadays marriage is being taken to a very lower level where we only partnering with each other to exploit each other. But Swamiji says marriage is a very beautiful tradition. It's a very beautiful system where we raise each other together to experience enlightenment. Let us listen directly from Swamiji on the science of Vedic marriage. How Hinduism this says speaks about Hindu marriage. Let us listen from Swamiji himself.
Swamiji, please tell us about more about Grihastha order of our tradition. We are already Anand Samajis. How to guide ourselves to become examples of living Grihasthas. Understand? When I say Grihasthas, I mean a few things. One, both of you decide very clearly to fulfill each other's personality. Male usually will be based on the Mooladhara, the female will be based on Swadhisthana. Both of you very clearly decide consciously that we will fulfill each other. Usually when you know other person's weakness, you use that to exploit the other person. Constantly male is trying to give insecurity to her so that she will be under the control. And she knows where to say no. And she is playing her game and you are playing your game. First thing, deciding both of us will fulfill the other person. We will dedicate our life for fulfilling the other person. Means like both of us will achieve the same goal, the ultimate truth, by helping the other person, putting enlightenment as the first priority in the relationship. Then suddenly you will see the whole quality of relationship will change. The purpose of living together will become clear. Why the life of togetherness will be cleared. From morning till night, every action will show the compassion and love for the other person. It's not that you will be showing you are compassionate or you will be just bragging around. You see how compassionate I am? No. That is what now we are doing. When we just wanted to tell them that we are compassionate but doesn't want to be compassionate, you will be constantly doing just a cup of coffee if you give, that's all. Either he has to acknowledge or you will demand, you will just take the acknowledgement out of his mouth along with the coffee which he drank. It has to come out. And clarity, putting enlightenment as the first priority. Second, deciding very clearly, consciously, both of us will fulfill each other. That is the purpose. That is the purpose. I always tell this too is the quality of Grihasthas according to the Vedic tradition or according to the Nityananda tradition, whatever you call it. So usually I tell them, maybe fix one day and take an oath. From today we will start. That is what we call marriage ceremony. Marriage ceremony is nothing but every year hundreds of couples get again married. Of course, same couples. In India we do the ceremony, initiation into Grihastha ashram. We call that as an initiation into Grihastha ashram. All the 7 vows, Sabdapadi, you decide. There are beautiful 7 vows in our Vedic tradition. We will create wealth and enjoy together. And we will share all our responsibilities together. Means the taking care of our elders. Not that if your parents come, you take them around. If my parents come, I will take them around. No. Both of us decide, both of you decide that we share our responsibilities, our joys and everything together. So there is a Sabdapadi. Usually people take the vow, deciding that we will live a Grihastha life. Same thing. You don't have to wait or do on particular day. You can take even today. Both of you sit in front of the shrine or in front of the deities or in front of your home where your puja room. Decide from today, both of us consciously decide, we will share our life and we will drop the old accumulated ideas about each other and share physical, mental, spiritual needs and practices. And one more important thing, no divorce. That is an important thing in Vedic tradition, Vedic marriage. You decide till both of us are alive, we will live together and help each other. Only if someone takes sannyas in the latter part of life, separation can happen. Otherwise, no. If you bring these understandings, you are
the ideal grihastha living the ideal spiritual life. A small story. 30-year-old guy goes to the doctor. After a thorough checkup, medical checkup, doctor says, your health is not for married life. You have to completely drop physical relationship. You have to be celibate, alone. This guy says, no, I'm just 30. I cannot suddenly quit. I cannot suddenly stop. Give me some other alternative. He says, all right, then marry. Slowly it will automatically taper down. Understand, a deep hatred starts replacing the need for lust. But the truth is, a deep friendliness can replace the need for physical relationship. If the deep friendliness replaces the need for physical relationship, that is what we call vanaprastha. In the Vedic tradition, a ripened married life. When the married life gets ripened, it's called vanaprastha. In the Vedic marriage, there is a beautiful Asirvachana, means the blessing statement. During the marriage, the blessing is given to the woman, let you become your, to the man, the blessing is given, let you become the 11th son of your wife. For her, the blessing is given, let you become the 11th daughter of your husband. Means, after 10 years of living together, the deep friendliness, if it grows, suddenly you will see the need for the physical relationship comes down, tapers down. So I really feel the marriage system as something to contribute. At least our masters had something in their heart when they created this system of family. So surely marriage system has something to add to you than the animal life. I can say deep friendliness. I can say it's like the physical relationship is more like confirming whether the other person is still in need of me, or still the other person wants me, or still the other person loves me or not. If that guarantee, the confirmation, the other person is in love with you, the other person really needs you, the other person will miss you, the other person loves you. If that confirmation, that security settles down in both hearts, suddenly you will see the need for physical relationship comes down. I can say that is what is the gift of that is what is the fruit which you are supposed to have from the proper marriage system. I can say that is the thing which animals cannot experience. A polygamous man can never experience this. Polygamous man can never experience what I am saying, that guarantee, insurance, the other person loves you, will never be experienced by a polygamous person. If you experience that, you lived a pure, fulfilling life. The life of the real grihastha, the Vedic traditional grihastha. Take this seriously, it's not basically human being has a high possibility for growth. If both decide the possibility and decide never to deny, then I will call that as life of Rishi. Both agree maturing of our taste should be the center of the relationship. Then it's an amazing marriage, I tell you.
As couple people who are connected with me, they live a real life of heaven. The maturing of the taste, if there is any imbalance, that's it. And I am not talking even about devotees whom I am seeing. Even in the regular life, sometimes a person, when he grows a little bit, his communist ideas may evolve into capitalist. When he has no responsibility, he will be communist. When an individual responsibility comes, he will be capitalist. When the whole responsibility comes, he will be really beyond capitalism, a kind of, I should say, I should develop a new name for Sadashiva's economy. So he will move to that. So even in the life, your taste in the field of entertainment, your taste in the field of food, or your taste in the field of thinking, strategies, economy in multiple levels, the maturing of the taste is always nullified if the other partner is not willing to raise. It is like sometimes you will have such high, profound open up. But when you come back, you are expected to be same as you left yesterday. It is mandatory. And for the sake of the other person's consumption, when you try to get back to the older state, you also forget the opening ups happened. Marriage has killed millions of discoveries because you are mandatorily expected to be the same person, and this confirmation that you are a same person and you are still in love denies multiple opening up. And both understanding, we will grow and celebrate each other in every level, will be the real marriage. It all boils down to, let us be open. See, let me very clearly put it. The Saptapati, 7 vows Agama Sadashiva gives in marriage. He beautifully describes, sex is the act between two individuals who revere and celebrate each other. That act does not need to be used to confirm that love exists between each other, and that act does not need to be the scale to measure both of us are still in the same plane. Understand, it should be independent of our maturing and maturity of the taste. It should neither be bonding force nor be confirming force, but be sharing act. But so much of insecurity about the confirmation about other person's love, or our need for the other person's life. You always wanted to confirm your existence is needed in the other person's life. So this insecurity denies possibility of any opening or happening or growth. If this understanding is brought between the two persons, and me shedding more old skin and you shedding more old skins is going to make us more better related, and we both are going to celebrate our togetherness more joyfully, can make marriage the real marriage, like Meenakshi and Sundareshwara. Meenakshi and Sundaresh. I should say that is what makes Sadashiva and Parvati. So always make sure before marriage, both of you understand the possibility of the opening up. Today your idea about money will be different, tomorrow it will be different. Today your ideas about love will be different, tomorrow it will be different. Today your idea about the entertainment will be different, tomorrow it will be different. So both of us, we will revere, not just respect, revere, reciprocate our maturities, and we will celebrate each other's maturity and respect the need for maturity to be alive. If somebody is listening to the same music for 10 years, the fellow should need to be buried as quickly as possible. No, the maturing of the taste has not happened. And that is what you are expecting from your spouse, then you are living with a dead body and that is going to torture you like a ghost. Understand? Maybe that understanding will, the first vow itself, let's grow everything together, share everything together. The second vow, let us do all the cultural, social, spiritual activities together and constantly mature and celebrate our maturity. The Saptapadi vows. Very beautifully, Sadashiva gives that 7 vows. I should say, based, not even enlightenment, supporting each other in the growth. In Hinduism, no divorce. Till death you can't divorce. In Hinduism, no divorce. It is cosmic contract.
So it's a sacrosanct.
If you are afraid of legal contract, it is cosmic contract in Hinduism.
Got it.
No divorce.
Thank you, sir.
Clear?
Yes.
Do you know Sanskrit does not have the equivalent word for divorce? We don't have divorce. I should say Hindu marriage does not have divorce. It has an important aspect of initiation and training before marriage which is missing, is causing the whole mess to this country.
Right.
Premarital education which need to be done is missing. That is causing the whole mess. Otherwise, I strongly deny the very possibility of divorce. The very idea of divorce should be destroyed.
Thank you so much.
Thoroughly get educated, try once, if it fails, take sannyas. Now that is as simple as this.
Whenever people come and ask me, Swamiji, can I marry this person? I tell them, marriage is a failed lifestyle. But if you decide to get married, this person is a good person. Before giving any opinion about the person, I always put this caveat and then give the opinion. Because the person, both actually, before marriage, both are good people. After marriage, even they discover themselves that they have started becoming very strategic. Before marriage, they are so beautifully flowering, love, everything life positive, flowing. But after marriage, they themselves see that they have become very strategic and manipulating each other, exploiting each other. So I want to tell you, many times people come and ask me, even recently, one of my disciples, she asked me, is this person good for me to get married? I said very clearly, son, that person is very good person. But as a lifestyle, marriage is a failure lifestyle. If you decide to get married, that person is a good person. Surely, I will not blame that person. But the lifestyle you are entering is going to make both of you as a new persons. Be very clear. You are never going to live with the person with whom you fell in love. With whom you fell in love will be absolutely new person when you start living with that person, and even you will be a new person when you are already tied in the relationship institution called marriage. Listen, in the olden days, I should say, even now in Indian villages, marriage is a relationship, not an institution. But the moment the institutions like a court, society, police, all that gets involved in your marriage, or even the possibility of all that intervention in your marriage, it is no more a relationship, it is an institution. So you should know the difference between love, marriage as a relationship, and marriage as an institution. These three different things need to be understood. So, marriage as an institution is absolutely lose strategy for both. Lose strategy for both. When you get married and start strategizing, the other person experiences different you than what he or she saw before marriage. Then he also justifies his strategizing. You see, when you cunningly manipulate, he decides to manipulate and he feels justified for his manipulation. So you do first step, he does 3 steps more, and then you do 10 steps more, then he does 20 steps more. So each one justifies their manipulation. And then, as I said, the whole system has become failure. In the Indian villages, as long as the court, police, all that did not have an involvement into the marriage. Marriage used to be a relationship. Now it is no more a relationship. It is an institution. Tell her very clearly all the things you did in a manipulative way. Take the risk. Tell. Even if the marriage collapses, it's okay. Open up. I tell you, she will open up and both will understand manipulating makes life toxic for both, and both will collectively decide to drop the manipulation and toxic lifestyle, and naturally a beautiful life, beautiful relationship will flower. That's it. Deciding not to allow external institutions to enter into your marriage and make it as an institution is the first need. In Hindu tradition, all marriage conflicts were resolved in religious court in those days. Means the Kula Guru, the family guru. In Hindu tradition, the family guru had judicial authority, right over the family. So it was a religious court that handled all the relationship issues. So relationships were kept as the relationships, never relationship was converted into an institution by a third person intervening into your relationship. And understand, a Kula Guru, family guru, is part of the family. He knows you from the time you are born, or sometimes he knows you, your father, your grandfather, 3-4 generations. So, if you have your Kula Guru as the judicial authority for your relationship issues, you are free to get married. Your relationship will remain as relationship. But if your Kula Guru does not have judicial right over resolving your relationship issues, you have to go to an institution of police, court, lawyer, evidence and all that. Then marriage is institution. It's a failed lifestyle.
Two things. Either you live with your fantasies or you live with your real wife. When you live with your real beloved, you drop your fantasies and your life becomes heaven, ecstasy, joy. If you live with your fantasies, naturally you will feel uncomfortable with your real wife and you will choose something else, somebody else. Again, when you come near, you will understand she is also not matching your fantasies. Again, you will drop. Again, after that, you will search somebody and you will come upon with somebody. You will understand she is also not matching your fantasy, and it will go on and on and on. I tell you, the idea of beauty or fantasy is just an idea. It is not reality. Where is the scale of beauty? Tell me. As long as the things are maintained, as long as you maintain a distance, everything looks beautiful. When you look from long distance, long shot, things really look beautiful. When you come close, everything becomes flat. Everything becomes normal. I tell you one important secret. Even if you marry the Miss Universe or the best great model, the idea about beauty will be there only for 15 days. Because in your movies and dreams, you have different fantasies. But in reality, it will be totally different. The moment you start living together, you start staying together, naturally the idea of beauty will disappear. The idea of beauty will disappear. It will stay only for 15 days. That is why we have a beautiful word, honeymoon. Not honey sun. Have you heard the word honey sun? Why it is honeymoon? A moon will stay only for 15 days. This emotion also will stay only for 15 days. That is why honeymoon. When you start living with reality, when you start accepting her as she is, without bringing your fantasies in the front, without trying to mold her as you want, you will live ecstatic life. You will be surprised. In India, people stay together even for 60, 70 years. Actually, when I tell them that in some other countries people marry even twice or thrice, they get shocked. Usually, I can say even 80% in Indian culture, they stay together forever. In Hinduism, the idea of divorce never exists. There is no idea of divorce. According to Hindu marriage laws, the divorce is not possible. And I want to tell you one important thing. Still, we don't have a Sanskrit equivalent word for divorce. We don't have a Sanskrit word for divorce. Divorce as such, the very idea is not socially accepted. Because before the marriage, they are very clearly made to understand nobody can suit or match your fantasies. Either you live with your fantasies and get frustrated after seeing 5-6 persons, or drop your fantasies and live with one person happily forever. Only in the fairy tales you get the word. They lived forever happily. They lived forever happily married. Only in the fairy tales you can get the word, not in reality. In reality, only when you drop your fantasies, you can experience what I call brahmacharya.
Tomorrow, there are just two questions I'll answer. Why is divorce not allowed in Vedic marriage? Because our masters understood constantly changing the outer man or woman is not going to help. Why is divorce not allowed in Vedic system? In Vedic system, we don't have divorce. You take vow in front of Agni, saying that till death these vows will be practiced. You don't say till I divorce. No. And in the Vedic system, witness for all the vows is the life energy and the cosmic consciousness, not any lawyer or any priest. No. The fire and the cosmic energy is the witness. So there, we don't have actually equivalent word for divorce. Only in later Sanskrit, the equivalent word for divorce is created. In the traditional system, the words for divorce we don't have. And one more important thing, our masters are very clear. By changing the outer man or woman, the problem is not going to solve. First of all marriage is failure. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. When I read that book, I felt that it is too close. Mars and Venus are too close. And maybe men are from Mars of some other solar family, and the women are from Venus of some other solar family. So I don't think from the same solar family. And all marriage is failure. They understood the truth. All marriages are failure. But if you tell the people directly, it is very difficult for everybody to understand that before going through the suffering. Whatever is said and done, suffering is the best teacher. Now I tell you really, I can give so many experiences. These young guys, especially in the West, NRI youngsters, they will be brought to me by their parents. Usually these guys don't want to come to the Swamis and all these spiritual gurus and all those things till they are married. No. Their parents will force them and bring them to me. Hey, come and take blessings of Swamiji, come. They will come and these parents will do Sashtanga Namaskar. And usually I bless them and these guys will be standing and, hi, how are you? I also tell them, yes, hi, how are you? And I have no problem and I don't expect them to do Namaskar. And they talk in a way that as if they know the life and these traditional things like a sannyas, spirituality, all these things are only for fools or old people like their parents who don't have intelligence. That's the way they try to talk to me. And they say, hi, how are you? And all right, you say something, okay. And I just think in my mind, let your fellow get married. Nothing. Just 1 year after the marriage, the guy when he comes, he knows completely how to do Namaskar. And now he straight away falls. And not only that, now he knows how to say yes. Now I tell you really, 10 years of my training is equal to 1 year of marriage life. What I can't do with people, if I work with them for 10 years, 1 year is enough. That fellow is completely in tune. And now he knows how to say, yes Swamiji, yes Swamiji. And he knows everything and he is so polite. And I can, according to me, the best training. And completely that guy is in tune. And nothing can teach like suffering. The other day I was reading a beautiful one-liner. Survey statistics says that married people live longer. But what to do? They only want to die quicker. Dying quick is much better than wanting to die. Anyhow, our masters, they know all marriage is failure. Some intelligent guys who understand it before going through, they are called Paramahamsas. And people who wants to go through and understand by experience, they go through the Grihastha Dharma and take sannyas or whatever it is. That is anyhow. Usually, if you change constantly again and again, you will never realize that changing the outer women or men is not going to help. Only changing your ideas is going to help. That is why our masters want to stop the outer possibility of changing, the possibility of changes in the outer world. And they want to tell you, do not waste your time. Enough. Try once. When you find it's not working, now it is time, turn towards inside. That is why our masters do not want, and if you can't cope up with one person, how do you think you are going to live? By changing the other person? No. Because you are going to carry the same mind. So changing the inside is more important. That is why in our tradition we do not have the very concept diverse. Swamiji, do any scriptures say anything about sati? This women committing suicide. As far as I know, there is no strong scripture like Upanishads or the Shrutis have any reference about sati, and they do not talk about sati. And I do not know about these minor scriptures like Smritis have got any reference, and Smritis are more like movies of those time. Understand these two different things. It's not that all the movies produced in Hollywood or Bollywood represent the society structure. There can be some fantasies of a producer added into it. So smritis and Puranas are more like movies created in those days. So you can't say they represent enlightenment or enlightened wisdom or the truths of those days society. So we can't take Puranas and Smritis as a standard scriptures. Only Shruti, Upanishads can be taken as a standard books, and from them I don't see any reference for Sati. The complete, pure, independent feeling. Each soul lands on the planet Earth on its own, and it flows to achieve its fulfillment, and the purpose of it is achieving the fulfillment, that's all. Maybe the modern day youth need to understand this one truth, then they will be out of thousands of problems related to marriage and divorce. Vedic marriage is the ultimate solution for this great problem. The oldest problem humanity is facing, still unable to solve, which is called marriage. Understand, both of you are individuals, happened here to achieve the ultimate. Be together with this one motive, one idea, and help each other, support each other for that goal. If you want, create kids who will progress towards that goal. Practically all the marital problems will disappear.
Shall I give you the very straight answer? The cosmos does not recognize marriage. That's the first thing. Second, whatever you respect, if you keep that as a witness, that respect you have for that ideology becomes the sacredness for the marriage. For example, in my life, I respect only one thing in my life, Arunachala. I don't respect any. Maybe, see, it's not that I disrespect, but in my heart, if you ask me what you respect, Arunachala. If I give any commitment saying that Arunachala is witness, I commit with you, that's it. I'll give my life to fulfill it and fulfill it. I'll do everything and fulfill it. Because now what I respect as the most sacred in my life, I put that in stake. Same way, when you get married, if you respect fire as the most sacred, in our Hindu tradition, Vedic tradition, the fire was the most sacred deity. Even the stone deities are only the next to fire. A god has to be invoked first in the fire, which is visible. See, he is in the space, then he is brought to ether through the visualization, then he is brought to air through verbalization, mantras, then he is brought to fire. In the fire only first he becomes visible to us. From fire he is invoked into water, from water to the deity. That is Kumbhabhishekam process. So, in Vedic tradition the fire is considered very sacred. So if you keep the fire and call fire as a witness, and in front of the fire you declare an oath, that sacredness which you have for fire is attributed to marriage. Marriage itself is not recognized in the cosmos. It's not recognized in the cosmos. It's almost like how you give a commitment, every day morning you will come for yoga, and if you miss one day you complete it. Same way only. To that level only, marriage itself is recognized. Even in the Akashic readings, Kalabhairava has said, marriage is not recognized in the cosmos. I am telling you, marriage solves a lot of unnecessary problems. Now you are stuck with one problem. All other problems, neither you have time to go and create all other problems, and nor the other person allows you to create other problems. So it is like a powerful possessiveness of a problem, not letting you to gather another one problem, because if you gather another one problem, this problem cannot possess you. So I don't think without marriage you will be with less problems. I tell you, marriage is okay. Marriage is okay because many ways it reduces the number of problems you will create for yourself. You will be just stuck with one problem, which is much better. So I do not think any sacredness is there by its own commitment level. See, let me explain this problem once for all. Man by birth, physiologically polygamous, psychologically monogamous. Psychologically he is capable of only handling one relationship, loving, responding, taking responsibility, all that. Psychologically he doesn't have the capability of polygamous. Physiologically he is polygamous, but psychologically monogamous. So to solve the problem, either you should make your psychology into polygamous or physiology into monogamous. Making psychology into polygamous is too arduous, almost impossible. So the best thing is making your physiology monogamous. So to bring that kind of alignment, to bring the maturity, the marriage is started. I am not supporting you psychologically becoming polygamous or physiologically becoming monogamous. I am not supporting, I am not opposing any of this. I am just stating the scientific facts, the inner science facts, facts of the inner science. Maybe we will be having a one day full session on this subject. Why so much of struggle in marriages?
That was very beautiful session. Swamiji's work on Vedic marriage. Understand, the essence of throughout the whole day is discovering oneness in relationship. Go on reminding yourself, in any relationship which I'm indulging in, let it remind me to be in oneness continuously, as that's the purpose for all of us to experience relationships. So, with this, I would like to thank all the participants who have joined us live for today's program, where all of you learn the deeper secrets of manifesting relationship in your life through oneness, blissful relationship, and fulfillment relationship. I thank each and every one of the participants for joining us and welcome you back again for another new day of the Paramashivoham program. Thank you all of you for joining. So with this, I would like to offer my heartfelt gratitude at Swamiji's feet for giving this beautiful gift for all of us to explore and enjoy these gifts. And now chanting the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityananda Thank you everyone. Nityananda.